What's something your brother did for you that you would never forget? He burned down the house of the man that touched me as a kid. So my older brother and I have a weird love/hate relationship since we were young. He was 4 when I was born, and I think when we were younger he resented me taking away his only child status. Fast forward to me starting school at year 1 and him being in year 5 in our small hometown. It wasn't too bad, except he was suspicious of our principal. After a certain incident involving our cousin who was in his class, he became more protective of me. I didn't notice anything at the time, but my family noticed I had slowly stopped showing interest in school. I stopped wanting to go anymore and I got sick a lot. The next year we moved to the big city and I started year 2. School was okay, but they noticed I had gotten more shy and introverted than I usually was. But they didn't think much of it either. Fast forward again, I am in year 4 when I start getting weird flashbacks and dreams. And that's when it hit me. I was assaulted by the principal as a year 1 student. The memories were so disturbing I'd wake up crying. I told my mother, who was livid, but by then, the teacher had left the school and there was no evidence. I don't blame my mother for not doing anything. She didn't know what to do. So I let it go. My brother, who was starting high school at the time, overheard everything. The incident with our cousin, she said she was dating the principal, and when her parents came to school he played it off like she had a crush on him when he had been grooming her the whole time. There was no evidence denying or confirming anything, so they let it go, but my brother never trusted that man again. But sadly he didn't realize that by this time, he had already started to groom me. My brother was pissed and went straight to this man's house. There was no one home. So he lit a match and set that man's house on fire. His wife and kids had already left him, so I think he was on the verge of a mental breakdown. Seeing his home in flames was the straw that broke the camel's back. He was admitted to a mental hospital and is now nonverbal. My brother confessed this to me 3 years ago while we were drinking. For all our ups and downs, I knew that man would have my back, and I felt proud of the fact that in a way, I got revenge. And obviously, since he did commit a crime, I can't tell anyone about it, but I thought he still needs veneration for what he did. I have worked through a lot of my trauma, not to say I still don't get triggered every now and then. But I have my siblings and a wonderful loving partner who are always there for me.